My Hero Academia chapter 387. My voice is gone. You might not be able to hear it all the way, but I hear this chapter is nothing but flames. And it's about the Todorokis. And if you don't know, I'm a Todoroki stan. I'm a Shoto stan. I love Endeavor, and 𝙗𝚘 is freaking amazing. I think 𝙗𝚘 is the best villain in My Hero Academia. That's neither here nor there. Let's get into these spoilers. So My Hero Academia chapter 387 is titled Congealed. What the heck does that even mean? So congealed means having become semi-solid, especially on cooling. Semi-solid? So it got to be like a Shoto chapter, right? Now, that could be a 𝙗𝚘 thing, because Shoto did hit him with the phosphor technique, which is cold fire. And upon cooling, his body pretty much hardened up, you know what I'm saying? Became solid. Okay. So the chapter begins with 𝙤𝚘n and Compressed talking in a prison. 𝙤𝚘n says that the 𝚘𝚙𝚅 family blood is thick. Oh, shoot. And that they were a clan with many different lineages, all very rich and prideful. But the more the age of quirks advanced, the more prestige they lost. So, I mean, this is probably not like a one-to-one thing. So there's a theory that came out a few years ago about 𝙤𝚘n being like Rei 𝚘𝚅's cousin or something, or maybe brother. So it could very much be possible that they're in the same bloodline, but it's again through like different clans. So, you know, her 𝚘𝚅 was different from his 𝚘𝚅, and they're not actually like necessarily brother and sister, but they're probably like distant cousins. But that's crazy, because whoever made that theory, I don't know who their name is, but they actually got it on money. He says that he didn't want their blood to get mixed to other families, and Compressed comments that it's a mix of family pedigree and quirk discrimination, which is, wait a minute, Compressed? What are you doing here, guy? I thought he was dead. Or, I mean, I knew he wasn't dead, but I thought that like he was all right. Spinner told him about this. As a result, they started getting married to distant relatives and almost went extinct. Oh, so they was into incest, which is kind of crazy. I mean, they were distant relatives, so the genes were not like merged in, so it technically wasn't necessarily incest because they were like super distant. I'm assuming that it's like that, but at the same time, that still is kind of like desperate. The last desperate look at me. I'm on it. Desperate. The last desperate measure was to sell those from the main line to arranged marriages. Wow. Like what happened with Rei. Wow. So this wasn't even really sure it was an Endeavor thing, but this was much more of a 𝚘𝚅 thing than it was an Endeavor thing. The other lineages slowly disappeared, and 𝙤𝚘n, who is also a 𝚘𝚅, was taken and raised by Redestro. Okay, the lore in My Hero Academia is ridiculous, and Horikoshi is opening the gates to the lore, and it's crazy. 𝙤𝚘n then says that the passing of the generation's quirk may have been more complex, and sometimes even the user themselves is not fully aware of their genetics and the full extent of their power. So this is 1000% a 𝙗𝚘 thing. But the crazy part about it is, if we find out some information about the 𝚘𝚅s and their powers, and that revolves around like their bodies and stuff like that, because it's 100% about their bodies. There's no way I think that 𝙗𝚘 has another quirk, does he? That'd be actually crazy if that's the case. But regardless, whatever he's about to say about 𝙗𝚘 and the potential thing that 𝙗𝚘 has, remember that Shoto has these exact same genetics. So Shoto is going to be able to do or have the body at least that 𝙗𝚘 ultimately is about to have. Pretty awesome. He then asked Compressed to tell him his story since they had plenty of time. I'm so excited. All right, let's get it. The Todorokis. Bro, this is the best storyline in shonen right now. I just cannot believe it. We cut to Endeavor and 𝙗𝚘's fight, and they're now 800 meters away from Gunga. Endeavor hears the news that 𝙗𝚘's impending explosion and realizes that not only the civilians will be hit, but also the heroes who are trying to contain Toga's clones. Bro, this is crazy. It will hit like 5 kilometers, which is I think like 3-point-something miles. That's ridiculous. He is exhausted. Endeavor is exhausted and extremely hurt due to the fight against All For One. But 𝙗𝚘 goes straight to him shouting, "Look at me, Dad!" Oh, no! He went straight for the heart. He went straight for the heart. That was literally the last thing I believe he saw of Toya. No, it wasn't. That was the most impactful panel that we have seen of the Todoroki family when Toya pulled the flame horns up and said, "Look at me, Endeavor, look at me," before he tried to go and kill Shoto. Oh my gosh. Yo, Endeavor visualizes Kid Toya saying, "Look what I can do now. This is so sad," while smiling. But what comes next is a giant fire punch. It is crazy because he's actually doing the fire punch when he's a kid. My hero. Oh my gosh. Flame pillars come out of the ground and Endeavor asks him to put out the fire. But Toya just keeps shouting, "Look at me and let's play, Natsu." He knows. He has to know. Oh my gosh. Endeavor realizes that he is barely able to think anymore and wonders how he's still alive with such hot flames. This 100% has to do, is connected with whatever genetic thing that the Himuras have. This has to be. He extends his hands towards Dabi's chest and starts thinking to himself, there are two kinds of phenomena when someone is close to death. Awakening an already existing ability, like what happened to Bakugo in the previous war, or developing a brand new type of ability? No. Dabi doesn't. If Dabi has, and that's what happened to Toya? He has the eyes coming out of it. Why are you going to gotta do this to me? The full circle. It came around full circle. Why did Horikoshi do this to me? He had ice. He's like, Endeavor, I thought I wasn't the perfect child. You thought I wasn't him, Endeavor. My throat is in so much pain. Oh my God. Oh no, Endeavor's gonna die. Endeavor is going to die. He's touching the flames. So what are the abilities then? What is the abilities that what are the Himura abilities? I need to know that. Because this is a Dabi thing, obviously, sure. But what are the things that the Himuras have? Like, what is this? What is the fullest extent of their genetics? He inherited Rei's quirk. Endeavor begins to remember everything that happened and says that it's all his fault. He's gonna die. He's gonna die right. He's gonna die soon. He intended to go on living to pay for what he has done. But now he's like, I can't. Now he understands that Toya will not stop repeating these mistakes. He was just about to say, I'm gonna go on living. He was just about to say, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna do it for the next generation. He was gonna say the same thing that All Might said to Deku's mom, to Inko, when he was convincing her to have Deku stay at UA. He said, I'm gonna stay living, knowing that he was going to die. He said, I am going to stay living and Deku will be okay until I die. He was gonna say that same thing, but then he realized that it's just no hope. It's no hope. If he stays alive, it's going to continue. Oh my gosh. He has to take out Dabi, and he has to take himself out too. He will keep hurting others. He has failed to take care of Toya, and now that's the consequence. Endeavor says that he will not let his son die alone and won't let him involve anyone else in his revenge. Oh my gosh, Endeavor is so amazing. Endeavor then holds Dabi and begins to fly. No way. He takes advantage of his son's flames to propel them as high as possible, but the heat causes him to start losing. Bro, no. No freaking way. When all seems lost, Rei appears. No. This panel, there's no way I'm seeing this. She's burning up. Never, right? Shoto's gonna come, and 𝙲𝚘𝚎𝚑𝚡 is gonna probably come, and they're gonna accept their death as parents for creating him, for not loving him, for not being there for him. They're gonna accept their death while trying to save him. So as you can see, this is a 1 out of 10 chapter. It was mid, trash. It's trash chapter. Horikoshi need to stop writing manga. He's fodder. He would never make it as a mangaka. Just subscribe if you do want to subscribe, all right? And like the video and comment. So amazing.